Talk about a very interesting thing, why India will not win Olympics medals, right? And I'll tell you my take on this. India will never win any Olympic medal. 1.5 billion people, they will not win any medal. I'll tell you why. Yeah, if they win one gold, it's like don't please come to me and say, no, India did win one medal. That's like close to nothing. So, okay, that's nothing too. If they win 4 or 5 medals, also gold medals, even that is nothing. That is nothing. And don't say, you say, please understand the metaphor and please understand what I'm talking about. India will not win. I'm telling you why. See, there are 4 or 5 enterprises which are working to make sure you get a job and they are working towards your excellence. One is government. So we all understand government is supposed to create stadiums, they're supposed to create enterprises to give you jobs, they're supposed to create stadiums, and you are supposed to get, you're supposed to get the training there and this so on and so forth. That's typical communist infrastructure. India is a mixed economy, right? So that's typical expectation of people from these things don't work. Second one is this politically, you are asking some things from this guy. Why don't you ask for money? He has so much money. Why can't he sponsor a few athletes? You should look at them also. They are capitalists. Why are you always expecting government to do everything? Why do you expect? Why was it a great proposition for Tata and Reliance to create athletes like this and make money? In America, that's how it works. There are companies which basically get money when the athlete makes money. Yeah, that's how it works in America. Third one is startups, right? I already mentioned those. Fourth one is, there's so many other companies. But then there's a certain segment of companies, small and medium businesses, who are not interested in this thing, or foreign investors, which is what I am. That's what the whole thing is about. I'm going to talk about all these concepts, right? So if let's say there is an investor, he wants to invest money on an athlete. So people look at all the failures as government failures, policy failures. No, that's not the only thing, right? And why doesn't Reliance sponsor such people? Well, it's not a very high-fi. It's not going to give him a lot of money. He can make a lot of money by using his political connections. Why does he have to sponsor 100 athletes? And so I'll tell you how this business would work if it were in America, right? A company would sign a contract that, if you excel, if you make money, then we'll get a percentage of that money. They are basically, their agents, we'll call them agencies. Those agencies will get paid their money, right? Someone has invested money in those agencies. Sometimes those agencies are owner operator, but sometimes those agencies are also proper agencies which have an investor and a CEO and a manager. So these companies they are the ones who are basically the main force because of which, the athletes get the proper training, because there is a lot of money involved in giving training. There's a movie about Vanessa and Serena Williams. You should watch it. You will see there is a whole system running, which basically gives them training. They give them the money for training also. So these interesting industries are there in America because investors are protected. They want to invest in these segments too. Nobody wants to invest in India in these segments because investor is not secure. You see, I made a video a few days back, that investor money is not secure in India. I'm telling you the same thing. That is a root cause of all the problems because government cannot employ 1.5 billion people, and they cannot make everybody athletes also. They cannot do all this. Startups have a limited scope. Those SoftBank type companies, they are limited scope. They can do whatever they can do, only that much, right? They cannot be into every single field. Third one is political. Political people are interested in big fish, big money. They can see that they can get the mining contract and they can make thousands of crores. Why would they invest their energy, life, and put their effort into creating athletes? They have no interest in that. They can brush their responsibility off by saying they're only interested in business. They're not interested in sports. But sports is a business too. Aren't they doing IPL? See, when the companies in IPL, all these, so aren't they are they not working on IPL? Look at this, all the IPL investors. They're all political people. So in India, only political connections people can do something. Small business owners and mid-sized business owners, they cannot do anything, SME. And similarly, foreign investors, they are not interested in investing in India. I would love to invest I see it as a great proposal. I invest in let's say, in 20 athletes. So let's say the way business would work is, an investor like me would invest in 20 athletes, right? Sponsor their training from the age of 5 or 3 itself, why not? And then take them to 12, then take them to junior 12, and then 19, under 19, and then to the national championship, and then to international, and then medals, right? If I sponsor 20 only, there are chances of 1 in 20. There's a success rate of maybe 1 in 100, right? Who will, and I will create a proper, maybe even rent a stadium. I may hire coaches. I have to do that. I will have to hire a nutritionist. So many things. People are saying there is no nutritionist in the Olympic squad. Yeah, who is investing in that? Only government is the only one. If you rely on government, it will never work, because communism, right, guys? Communism is not the answer to the things. If communism is appended with dictatorship, that will work. Our countries are worse. It is communism and mixed economy and having a democracy. So Russia and China get medals because they have dictatorship. Otherwise, if the government wants to pursue, government's money cannot create athletes. Government money cannot create a proper clerk. Who will work? How can they create an athlete? Who would work? Who would take all the trainings and everything? So dictatorships are working, but India is not a dictatorship. India is a democracy. So in India, it will never work. Now coming to this, if investor invests money, how the business plan will work is, he will probably sponsor not 20, maybe he will hire 5 such investors who will basically sponsor 100 athletes. There will be a CEO who will be watching, making sure all the trainings and everything is there. And there are obviously trainers and nutritionists and all those things. And then there may be managers also. Think about this. Do you think my money is secure? CEO will eat up all the money. You know it that when the time comes to, let's say then when they start to win medals and they start to get the money, they start to make money, they'll say, oh, whatever you did for 15 years, that's your problem. I'm not gonna pay you anything back. Do you think this whole system can be implemented? A simple system can be implemented? If the simple system can be implemented, then then this will work. Government cannot create a proper clerk also, so he will not work, right? They don't work, right? They pay them salary, that doesn't work, right? So government on its own cannot create an athlete. That is, they pay some athlete to, let's say, they give him a job or something, he will not work. He will just get a job and he'll go away. That's not a system in which will ever work. So capitalistic systems work, where investor capital is involved, and there's a CEO, there are managers, and that this system will work, and there are people who are doing it, right? That's how it will work. So these are the systems that work. That's my opinion. So that's what I want you to know. That's what I believe, that these are the systems which will work, right? Software works, but they have limited. They cannot do SoftBank system like there are so many banks who are investing money in India, right? Which are investing money in startups. They would work. Political people have no interest in creating such small enterprises. They will rather get mining contracts and transportation contracts and toll contracts and road contracts and these contracts and make thousands and thousands of crores, tens of thousands of crores actually, right? They are not interested in this children business. So small and medium businesses, mid-sized businesses, and retail investors and foreign investors, they are the ones who can do something, right? That is needed. But trust me, I'm having full trust in the Indian system that when it comes to getting the return on the money, I'll be shown this tanga. Actually not this, like this, tanga. So that's the reason nobody is interested in sponsoring any athletes. At least I am not, and many people like me who can actually triple their money, 4 times make their money big. This is a pretty great opportunity. You know how there is a saying that, it's a pretty motivational thing. It used to motivate me a lot. So there's a guy who went to Finland, and then he went there and he said that he was working for a shoe company. Then he said that, send me a lot of shoes. People everywhere are wearing shoes, and send me a lot of shoes. Then that same salesman went to some place in Africa, and he said, people don't even wear shoes. Don't send me any shoes. All right, please. No, I want to transfer from this place. Then a positive salesman was sent there, and he said that he sent me a truckload of shoes, sent me a lot of shoes. They said, why? Previous salesman said that nobody wears shoes, and I don't know why. Why do you want so many shoes? He said, well, I want a lot of shoes because nobody here wears shoes. So there's an opportunity to sell, right? So the point is, like basically there's a lot of opportunity. I want to sell. I want to sell shoes. I want to give my money and then make even more money. But then I know that my money will be eaten up by CEO and the managers and this thing. And that's why India and Pakistan and Bangladesh and all these democracies will not produce even a single gold medal winner. Or if they, sorry, they may produce one or two gold medal winners, nothing more than that. I don't know what motivates people. In my mind, capitalism is the main force, and small and medium-sized businesses and investors have to be mobilized. Only then you can expect some returns, right? So this is my take. Why India will never get any medals in Olympics and all that. Thank you, guys.